Hello, and thank you for having me. My name is Robert Fitzgerald. I'm a PhD student at the University of Colorado, Denver. I'm here to present our paper, Online Route Replanning for Scalable System Optimal Route Planning. So our research question is, can the route plans for drivers be constructed in such a way that the routes themselves can have a congestion minimizing effect? In our original paper, we showed that given a batch of participating drivers at some time, we could find a combination of route plans for all agents in the batch where the sum of estimated travel time could be minimized. When applied successfully, this technique would lead to an end-of-day average travel time reduced for all driver agents. This is difficult because of the travel time estimation itself is dependent on the flow, so it's dependent on all route assignments, and the network state is non-stationary, so any route plan is decaying optimality. In this, due to these complications, we found that our original technique did not scale. So what's replanning? When we talk about replanning, we're not talking about a different kind of algorithm per se. We're just talking about reframing the problem and allowing our agents to receive more than one route plan in the course of their day. To evaluate the effects of replanning, we ran a set of experiments, 228 trials, where each trial had two phases. The first was to run the full day without any replanning. And the second was to repeat that day, but to add replanning for some subset of the population. And we used the MATSIM mesoscopic traffic simulator, which is an agent-based model, to evaluate this. We modified or selected for each trial parameter values for these three different parameters. The first is adoption rate, which is the percentage of agents that would be receiving replanning instructions. Second is the batch window, which is the rate at which a replanning could occur. And the third is the population size, which has an effect on the types of congestion effects we would be observing. Our metric is the travel time improvement, which is for each agent, can we look at the difference between the proportional difference between their travel time with and without replanning. And we take the average of those, and lower is better when you're looking at this metric. So for results, here's the first, adoption rate. And from this, I point out two details. First, for a smaller road network like Golden, it seems like there are many conditions where increasing adoption rate leads to disimprovement. As you go to the left, that's travel time increase. And we hypothesize that this is due to the fact that the Golden network has much smaller capacity, and it has fewer route alternatives, in that perhaps allowing replanning leads to a lot of flux in that network. Second to observe here is that for the other networks, which are larger, it just takes a very small amount of agents adopting this technique to impact a difference, an improvement in travel time. And this is shown to be greater for a larger road network like Boulder, just twice the size of Lafayette. Our second parameter, batch window, tells a similar story, where the magnitude of the effect increases as the batch window decreases. So as the replanning is allowed to occur more frequently, we see a greater effect. And there seems to be some meaning to around 2 minutes of batch window, where greater than 2 minutes will have very little effect at all on the agent's travel time experience. Thank you for your time, and I hope you enjoy the conference.